very thrilling thing to do. I mean, you're going up, you're going up the stairs with a lot of different people. Everybody's supporting each other all the way up the stairs, and you really feel inspiration for what you're doing here. It's just a wonderful event.
Chris Burke lost his brother on 9/11. That event right there sums up the emotion of the day, the annual tower climb, right? It's all in the memory of his brother.
Yeah, it's really honoring the past while helping families today. It raised spirits, and it also raised hope and funds for two very important charities. All took place on the hallowed ground where we lost so many on September 11th. The yearly tower climb honors the memories of firefighter Stephen Siller and Captain Billy Burke, who lost their lives on 9/11.
Whenever I'm down at ground zero, I can't help but think of my brother. I know what he was doing. He just wanted to save somebody, and he did the largest rescue effort ever. It's over 25,000 people was saved that day.
You'd be surprised. The emotion never goes away. It's been 15 years, and the emotion is still there.
On 9/11, FDNY Captain Billy Burke was participating in the rescue efforts in the North Tower with full knowledge that the South Tower had already fallen. He ordered his team to safety, and his final words to the team were, "Keep going. I'm right behind you." He chose to stay behind to save a wheelchair-bound man and his co-worker, knowing the North Tower was going to collapse so that they wouldn't die alone.
And you think of his words, keep going, I'm right behind you. It's just you get to about 80th floor, and those words are really inspirational, really give you a kick to keep on going. And it's wonderful to see the regular folks keeping their memory alive and honoring Captain Billy Burke, Stephen Siller, and all the other first responders.
The yearly event raises money to support the Billy Burke Foundation, along with the Tunnel to Towers Building for America's Bravest program. Each year, the Tower Climb has raised enough money to build a smart home for families of critically injured servicemen.
Everybody here doing this climb should be proud of himself, because there's going to be another great American that's going to get a home.
Captain Billy Burke's family started a foundation to honor his heroism and his sacrifice. The foundation provides tuition assistance for children of New York City firefighters.
We sent 4 students through college, and one of them, as a matter of fact, was the child of a member of my brother's firehouse, Pension 21. And we paid the full flight.
Inspiration for the climbers came at the very beginning of the race as 2 widows of New York servicemen, Patty Ann McDonald and Fiona Fahey, served as honorary starters. NYPD Detective Stephen McDonald was paralyzed in the line of duty and passed away this winter. Battalion Chief Michael Fahey was killed last year in a Bronx explosion. Fiona declined funds raised by Tunnel to Towers to pay off her mortgage, and instead wanted that money to go to build a smart home for a catastrophically injured serviceman. It was an emotional day for both of these brave widows.
Pretty emotional. Mike was working on September 11th, and this is something he would have supported, and to support catastrophically wounded veterans and other American heroes is something that was very important to my husband.
I felt very honored when they called and asked if I wanted to be a part of this. I immediately said yes. It was something that Stephen thought their foundation, what they did was wonderful.
Fiona and Patty represents everything that we believe, that they've taken tragic situations, that they've made the best of it, that they represent the triumph of the human spirit.
The climb takes a physical and emotional toll on all the racers. Each and every participant climbs the 104 floors with the pride and knowledge that they are supporting 2 very worthy causes. The race included climbers as young as 13 and as old as 79. It was an unforgettable moment when 79-year-old Bill Zangwill crossed the finish line.
Celebrating Stephen Siller, the 9/11, and I think it's extremely important to celebrate those things because people forget. And you got to have these things to keep remembering the horror of that attack by the terrorists.
The emotions touched on all the climbers. The star of the show, Gotham J.W. Cortez, was no exception. He climbed the tower steps with a heavy heart as he thought of his dear friend who lost his life. Cortez's emotions were stirred because he, too, was a first responder and also a Marine who took part in the invasion of Iraq.
It's really a full circle moment for me. One of the firemen who lost their lives here was in our unit, Talon. So I had a lot of emotions running up these stairs, walking up these stairs, crawling up the stairs. But just to make sure that I took it all in, I stopped every once in a while and I said, wow, this is probably what they must have felt that day, you know, and yet they kept going.
2,226 steps in this building. That's what these great climbers did here today. I guarantee you this, there's at least 2,226 stories of heroism that day. Some we know about, like Captain Billy Burke, like my brother Stephen, and so many others, and a lot we don't know. They're untold. We're here for all them. So to be here today, it's an honor and it's a duty to make sure we never forget.
The most inspirational moment came at the end of the day when double amputee, former Marine Scott Noakes crossed the finish line.
All the way to the finish. You don't quit. It's really a reminder of how Americans are resilient, we are hopeful, and we look out for each other.
You got that right. New Yorkers, this is the best of us doing this today and being a part of this. It's spectacular. Right now, let's go over to Alice Gaynor. She's standing by with the heart and soul, really, of the Billy Burke Foundation right now. Alice?
That's right, Maurice. I'm here with Michael Burke. And first of all, thank you for stopping to chat with us. I know usually you're out running the race right now. What does it mean to you to have started this foundation in your brother's name to ensure his legacy lives on?
Well, Billy would be very happy, very pleased with it. He'd be so proud. He'd be very pleased with people. We've had a way of having other kids, firemen's kids, go to SUNY Potsdam, his alma mater, to pay for that. To tunnel the towers, we've partnered with them for the One World Trade Center stair climb, and that's really exploded the foundation, our own foundation, so we can afford to have a lot more kids go to Billy's school, SUNY Potsdam.
That's tremendous, too, his alma mater. How much did he love that college?
Well, he loved it. He loved it up there. He graduated in '77, and he, you know, like anybody else, he enjoyed his time up at school, and so he'd be very pleased, very happy, and honored to be able to afford. We've had 3 students go there now. Thanks to our partnership with the Tunnel of the Towers on the stair climb, we can afford to pay almost all the bills for these, anybody associated with the fire department.
That is tremendous. Thank you so much. And we're looking at all these firefighters running by in full gear. It's tremendous. Right now, I want to send it on over to my colleague, Dick Brennan, at the mouth of the tunnel. He's joined with the son of a 9/11 hero. Dick?
Well, Alice, it's extraordinary here, the energy coming out of this tunnel. I got to tell you, you need an energy because there's a big hill coming up. We've been talking about the heroes of 9/11, and among them is a firefighter named Oriel Palmer. He made it to the highest floor of any rescuer, the 78th floor of the South Tower. His last transmission came 10 minutes before the South Tower fell, and it's an extraordinary one. We're going to play it for you. Listen to the cool and the confidence in his voice that's really been an inspiration for firefighters since then. Take a listen.
The pockets of fire. We should be able to knock it down 2 lines. They know that. 78th floor, numbers 1045, call horn. 478. That's all here. Numerous civilians there. There's 2 engines up there.
Joining me now is Keith Palmer, Oriel Palmer's son. You were 11 years old on 9/11. You're 27 years old now, and you're doing extraordinary things. I know you ran out here. You made it 1.7 miles at least. You tried. You look like you're built for running. But tell me, Keith, you had a really big group you put together here, right?
Yeah, we were about 120 people this year. We've been doing it for about 6 years now. People came from Chicago, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all family and friends. We're really lucky to have a lot of support.
And you also, you raised a lot of money, right?
We did pretty good this year. As of this morning, we had a little bit of over $12,000 for our team.
$12,000?
Yeah, and I think since we've started, that brings us to about $40,000 that we've been able to raise for the Stephen Siller Foundation.
And it's a great honor to your father, and you're truly his legacy, and you still got a little more running to do, don't you?
I do. We'll see if I survive.
Get moving. Okay, Keith, thanks for joining us. And we're going to send it back to Christine and Maurice at the finish line.
Okay, Dick, thank you so much. There's so many aspects and angles to this day and the people involved. We're going to sort of tie it all together for you in a video and musical montage coming up with an emotional look at today's event, all set to the Andra Day single, Rise Up.
Also coming up next, we'll find out what the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is doing to ensure that they can continue their good work well into the future. You are watching the Tunnel to Towers 16th annual run. We'll be right back.